everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ready Speaker. This is your host, Roland Rucci, and I'm doing another film review. Just moving the mic a little closer. Maybe you didn't hear me, so now you're going to hear me a little better. So the movie we're doing a review of today, you just saw a clip. It is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And I think this is the last phase of the Mission Impossible franchise. There'll be one more movie. I think they were shot close together, or they were shot during COVID, something like that. But Tom Cruise has communicated that this will be it. And I think it's ready to tie a bow on this puppy. So let's really talk about it. First, some IMDb things we have here. So it's a 7.9 rating, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie, I guess. Writers Bruce Geller, Eric Jendresen. Christopher McQuarrie stars Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell, and Ving Rhames. And let's see, there's other people we got here. Simon Pegg is back. Rebecca Ferguson is back. I've seen her in a lot of stuff. Vanessa Kirby is a shout out, I think, from other movies. They are trying to bring it all together. You have Asai Morales, who's Gabriel. I think Gabriel is like a villain name in a lot of these movies. Maybe it's because of the angel thing. Yeah, maybe. I think so. And let's see who else we got on here. You have Carrie Elwes at Denlinger. A bunch of people you've probably seen from the other films. And they all come together because they're going to wrap it up. Henry Sersney as Kittredge. So a lot of fun things to watch. Do I have a problem with this movie? Is it a great movie? I don't know if it's a great movie. Is it a typical Mission Impossible movie? Somewhat. As you can see in the clip, and if you watch the trailer, it's action-packed. Tom Cruise is the executive producer, I'm pretty sure, of all these films. He pretty much owns the franchise in that respect, that he is number one dog for the production. And everybody requires to be nice to him. Not really an ask-for requirement, but I think people have to because he's paying salaries and making a lot of money for a lot of these people. In that respect, let's see how many more movies are there. Jesus, so many of them. I think this is like 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, I don't know. There's a ton of these movies. So, yeah, I don't really know if this movie has an identity anymore. In the beginning, when Mission Impossible first came up, kind of holds up. They're very fast. It is Bond-esque. Bond-esque with his running abilities, and he definitely runs in this movie. There's a very long scene of him running, so I don't know if that's his shout out to himself of, hey, watch me run. There's a lot of motorcycle riding in this movie. Again, I think most of it's without glasses. He even, I think, rides a horse in the desert. He has glasses, but the horse doesn't. So I think their eyelashes can sort of protect. I know camels can, but I don't think horses can. Regardless, a lot of faux pas on that. So to make him active and actiony, there's a lot of, suspending disbelief for this film. The rhythm of it is very Batman / James Bond. I think that's my biggest problem. There's a big opening bit where he steps out of the shadows and he has the gravelly voice. And it seems almost like, hey, we're part of a secret club thing. And he's constantly doing that. And I know we have the Jesus complex in American films. We can probably get rid of that and go back to older films where people are just flawed and stuck in situations. I kind of would like that rather than flawed but superhuman type of people. They're all the tropey thing is that almost everybody's a genius except this one. They are geniuses in a way. Sorry, see, I'm getting emotional. In a way, the thing is they're still sophomoric in their approach of how they handle things. You would think after 30 years, I mean, it's been a freaking long-ass time since the first movie. When was the first movie? Jesus. I mean, there's just tons of movies on IMDb here. Let me just see which Mission Impossible movies, how many there are. Impossible. There you go. Mission Impossible. Let's see how many movies come up. I think since 1999. Or 2000, let's see. Wow, yeah. Wow. Mission, that's the TV series, Dead Reckoning. You have so many films here. And they're just all over the place. So how do we deal with this stuff? I don't know. Should they continue? I don't think so. I'm probably going to watch 2 of this. It does hang sort of like on a cliffhanger, and I'm looking at a clip here as well. It's playing here, and it's cliffhangers. They're hanging on cliffs. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of this, kind of that. Do I really need to see this? Do I really need somebody in his 60s playing this, sort of novice spy, even though he's an expert? I don't think so. Do I need Simon Pegg's character constantly being upset, playing essentially Scotty without the Scottish accent, saying, I'm trying to fix it, just don't push me, don't push me. And Vim Rames just being, Vim Rames. God bless him. They get nice salaries from this. I don't take away from that. I think you can lean into this and become the character forever. But I do feel that a character needs to evolve. And in a lot of these franchises, the characters devolve. They become more amateurish. They become more childlike. They become, quasi-senile. And that's my biggest gripe with this. They should be smarter than this, or the villains should be smarter. It's a very big world sort of thing. It's almost a MCU sort of storyline in this about an entity that's sentient, taking over the world. So that's Ultron. Let's be honest. That's what it is. It's kind of a tropey thing where the computers figured out that people are horrible, and the computers are going to take out people because they're the blight of the world. So we have this fear complex that appears in a lot of these movies, that technology will discover that we're shitty people. I think we all know most people are shitty. I don't think we need a computer to say that. Actually, probably computers will be shittier when the way that AI looks right now with all the testing. After some AI games, they become like really depraved because they have no boundaries of loss. We do. So let's have more boundaries of loss, not just I lost my last girlfriend, which is a thread in this, and I need to find another girlfriend, which is a thread in this, and I'm really good at running and jumping out of stuff, a thread in this. So I don't know. A lot of again, with the world building, a lot of coincidences that don't seem to happen. They have a big scene in Dubai. I think it's an airport in the Mideast, and there's no way they could do this without getting locked down. They're very restricted in those airports. They're going into other countries, and they just all of a sudden all the bad guys and good guys are showing up in the same street, and it's just so coordinated, but stated repeatedly that it's random, just so you think it's random, but it's so coordinated. And I mean, there's some funny bits, there's some good action stuff. Like I said, very James Bond with the running. So he does a lot of running. He's not imitating, but he's working towards a Daniel Craig Bond with this, where he's aggressive, he's a boxer, he's a brute a little bit, so he's full force in, and that Bond I think is great. I love Daniel Craig as Bond. I think there's some great moments in that. And then he's pulling into Batman, the secretive thing, the rebel, where they only call him and no one knows his name, and he's the guy who does everything unless you get on his bad side, then he comes after you. So there's all this stuff that sort of just builds into this superhero character, which I don't find enjoyable. I kind of liked it in the first one where he's betrayed and his team has to survive, but you can't do every movie like that because then it gets boring. So now you have to bring in this superhero element that they're trying to bring in, and I'm guessing they're pushing the idea and like, hey, this is a great idea, it's a great script, here you go, and he's like, sure, sign off. Am I tall enough for this? That's awesome. Let me get through this. Just tired of seeing it. So to me, I don't know if it's a 7.9. I mean, if you're a fan of the film, yeah, you'll give it, a 10 because, or the franchise, I mean, because you'll love the jumping, the screaming, and his innuendos of him being still this hot guy, and he sort of like has a history with every woman he's met. In some way, it's either love, two ships missing each other at sea, or the child of a love. I don't know. It's always a relationship somehow to him. Every woman is always related to him in some smirky, side-eyed James Kirk sort of way. Or you didn't like it, and it's tiring. It's a 2-hour plus film, so it's a two-piecer. So it's a two-parter, and this film is, let's see how long this thing is. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes. That credits because they got a lot of people. Still, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's crazy. That is insane. As a movie length, it's a hard watch to sit in the theater that long. I mean, you got those big gulp drinks. You have to go to the bathroom. There is no way you're sitting through that. And I wish filmmakers would kind of understand that people need to go to the bathroom. And that's what I got to say about this film. So join me again on my channel, Ready Speaker, which you are already on. Subscribe, like, share. Love it. I'm also in Letterboxd doing little blurbs that point back to here. So you can go there, you can come here, whatever you want. And you'll see what movies I'm watching and what I'm saying. All the best. Roland Rucci, goodbye.